So I'm just gonna say this out the gate. Death Note characters are not stronger than Death Note characters aren't as intelligent as Hunter x Hunter characters. Now, why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because after sort of rereading a lot of Death Note and making a lot of realizations, I've realized that Death Note characters are only as their intelligence is relative to all the other characters in the series for the most part being pretty dumb, right? You got someone like Yagami, right? You got someone like L, right? These two characters, they're like, you got Nier, you got Mello, you got these characters that are just supposed to be so freaking smart, right? But they're only smart relative to the fact that most of the other characters in the series are pretty dumb. You know, like Matsuda, Misa, even Light's dad are kind of dumb characters. Even the character who was established to be like that sort of surrogate villain guy who was being manipulated by Light, even that guy was kind of dumb in a lot of ways. Now, I'm saying this very placidly. I'm saying this very like sort of off the cuff because I don't care about explaining it too deeply. If you want my explanation, read the manga. This is like a promo to read the Death Note manga. This isn't a review. This is an analysis. This is just a really straightforward, just me making the argument. And I might make a series of videos sort of reinforcing this. Now, case in point, Light Yagami was established to be such an intelligent character. But like one of the earlier cases of him showing his intelligence that was established to be like this big moment of like, you know, genius was like him literally telling a lady over and over again, give me your name, give me your name, give me your name, give me your name. It's just basically what they were doing. Now they added a bunch of dialogue in it to make it sound fancy, but that's basically what he was doing. He was just asking her to give him her name. And the reason why this whole case was kind of dumb was that she should have been smarter. Why? Because she worked with L before. Because she was a member of the FBI. And she was aware of two major things. She was aware of the fact that the main Kira was killing people because of their name. And he was aware of, and she was aware of the fact that freaking one of the members of the task force sons was a suspect. She knew those two things. If she knew those two things, if you had a little kid who was 16 years old walking up into the police headquarters, conveniently as you are walking up into police headquarters, and he asked you a question of why you're here, I have something that has to do with the Kira case. And this kid's just randomly, casually walking up into the police headquarters. Now, let me tell you something. No random 16-year-old kid would just walk up into police headquarters for no reason, right? And then he announces that he's a member of the Kira task force. That would just be a massive red flag there. Tell me why she didn't just wait for the people. Like, why did she have to go on this freaking walk with this 16-year-old kid? What was the necessity for that? Basically, it was a plot convenience to make this dramatic moment that really shouldn't have even happened given the situation. But the only reason why she did all this stuff was because of stupid emotionalism. Was because they basically were saying that she's a dumb woman. That's basically what they were saying. That the reason why the lady got defeated in this case is because she's a dumb woman. Which doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to me. And why am I making the case that, oh wait, they're smart, Hunter x Hunter characters are smarter? Well, first and foremost, Hunter x Hunter characters have to deal with other characters who are extremely intelligent. Now, if we're dealing with the Chimera Ant invasion, I've been rewatching this recently. If you're dealing with the Chimera Ant invasion, just think about like how many factors they had to take into consideration. Hunter x Hunter characters are smart, but the only reason why their intelligence really matters is because they're dealing with people who are a legitimate threat to their lives on average. And they think about factors that like, I'm pretty sure like that like a lot of other characters don't really think about. Like, you know, like Killua when he was thinking about the third party in the incident of them invading. Now, a lot of the other characters, they just sort of glanced over that, but even a lot of the other characters had to think about it. Okay, well, there might be a third party factor as a reason why the king injured himself, right? And all that played out into how the event ultimately turned out. And all the characters had to think about every single movement, every single thing that they did because it was a life or death situation. Now, I'm not going to say that flat out you're dealing with, the light versus L dynamic. Like there weren't some intelligent moves that were made on both parts. Like, the L, have purposely having light put into his task force. But like a lot of the conclusion that L came to, it's sort of things where if you had a freaking brain and you ever played chess before, you come to these conclusions yourself, right? Because it's kind of obvious that if criminals are dying that most of the people in the public don't know about, it's sort of obvious that like someone who has some relation to the police would be involved. It's sort of obvious that it would be a kid because like if you had the access to the information, the same information that L had access to, I don't see why no other member of the task force could even come to that conclusion whatsoever. Now, there are countless cases of Hunter x Hunter characters utilizing their intelligence, but this video is getting a little bit too long. I'm not going to exceed 7 minutes. I'm going to have to make a second video, but yeah.